Well, all right, guys, everybody listen up. So episode 3, we'll do the John Wayne thing. That's a really hot topic.
Episode 3, the dick.
The dick. So Jussie Smollett. So I had a feeling he was lying from the very beginning. I wasn't sure though, because and this isn't like a racist. This isn't like, oh, of course you didn't believe the black guy. No, I normally like when I hear people, I'm like, oh yeah, like that's fucking awful. Like if I heard a black gay guy say that this happened to him and like I believed it, I'd be like, wow, that's. And most of the time I believe it, or at least I try to believe it, and you know let it be proven wrong. You don't want to think people are lying about that stuff, but. And normally, and I've believed a ton of people that have had problems like that. But with him, I just was like, something just doesn't seem right. And a lot of people started saying that too. And then people started calling you racist and scumbag for it. And I was like, dude, I've thought white people are lying about a bunch of shit too. Like, it has nothing to do with that. I just think that this guy is lying about this. And eat my shit, because guess what? He's lied about it. And not only that,
Yep.
Now he's in trouble. He's in trouble in Chicago, right?
Yep. He tried to demonize Trump supporters, and he tried to make white people look truly bad. And you know what? I got to say something.
White people don't need any help looking bad. Okay, we're already.
Yeah, I was going to say
retarded.
they do a pretty good job for the most part on their own. But I think 2 things. For one, he really set back like a lot of like progressiveness in a way, if you think about it.
Yeah, good.
Because
not good, but good
yeah,
for
like
that.
This is well, it's a huge kick in the pants, is what it is. Because people, and I started saying this on the first show, was
you're gay.
People wanted this to be true. No,
right.
He's gay. People wanted this to be true.
I'm not sure about that anymore.
People wanted Trump
right.
supporters and MAGA hats to be doing all this, pouring bleach on them, calling them the N-word and all that stuff. They wanted it to be true. They didn't want it to be false. They would rather him have actually had this happen to him than it not happen and him be a liar. They would rather him have gotten physical harm with bleach poured on him and a noose around his neck and beaten up by MAGA hat Trump supporters than this actually not happen and him just be lying, because it makes them look stupid, because they've had a fucking track and field day sharing all these articles on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and all this bullshit. But now, absolute 100% false. He's being charged with a class 4 felony for false police report filing. He's also being there was also a smaller charge too. I can't remember what it was. Probably for being a flaming homo. I can't imagine. But and my second point, if this man has any integrity left in his body, he'll fucking kill himself.
Oh my God. But you know something? This guy.
I'm kidding, by the way.
You know what people are doing now is now they're like, oh, I wish it had been true because, you know, blah, blah, blah. Or even though he lied, it showed you that some people would come together, or it showed you how people refuse to believe things like this. It's like, are you kidding? So they're spinning it now into that, into like, yeah, but it brought us together and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck?
Who did it bring together? It didn't bring anybody together. It's the same bullshit. It's the same people spreading these hatred articles. And dude, I'm telling you, this was all a timing thing. They wanted this to be true because they could have used this on the entire 2020 campaign trail. Because we're going to be campaigning this summer. Like, people need to get that in their heads. The campaigning starts this year.
Oh, God. I'm going to be sick.
So imagine, like, Trump's, like, campaign being riddled with this awful story of a dude, like a B-level actor in a fucking Fox TV show that I've never seen, like, had bleach poured on him and noose put around his neck, beaten, was verbally abused and all this shit. That
this is Empire, right? Isn't he on Empire? Empire's a big show.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen it.
You got to give it to Fox. Fox is like the real diversity. Fox has like every show. They have so many different shows now.
Dude, they have like The Last Man Standing on there. That's like a huge like red state type of show.
Yeah, they've got
that's a big right wing type of show.
They've got a lot of different shit on there, you know, on Fox. I mean, they got the Orville.
They got the X-Files on there.
Right.
The X-Files is still going on Fox. Family Guy.
So much stuff. I mean, Fox was always the shit back in the 90s with like the Married with Children and The Simpsons, and like that was hot.
Yep.
It was like the naughty channel, you know, before when you were a kid, you know, before you could watch the real naughty channel.
And they still have The Simpsons still going.
Well, now they're SJW Simpsons though, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't watch them
Apu
anymore.
is no longer.
Yeah, they don't like Indian people on The Simpsons anymore.
Environment and the land of First Nations people. You know, it's like this is something that's happening. And it's happening the most marginalized people, and we need to be talking about it. It's really serious. We've been told, as we know it, that by 2030, the world as we know it, that's it. That's it. If it was a movie, we'd have Bruce Willis in a suit, like talking about something. Please cast me. And said, but you.
Oh my God, this girl's voice. And she used to.
Dude, when she starts like crying and shit, talking about gay people and stuff.
When does that happen?
And how it's towards the end of the speech, but you've got to hear it. It is, Joe, I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It is legitimately painful to listen to.
Ugh.
And not sympathizing with her at all either, by the way. Like, in Stephen Colbert, he can go fuck himself.
What happened to that guy?
I have no idea.
How do people not realize that these people are all fakes, all liars? Dude, Stephen Colbert, I used to love his show. He is a creepy person. Like a fake, creepy, snaky, weird dude. Just like Bill Nye and all these other people that you were like, wow, they're so smart. Oh my God, they're all actors. They're all acting. You have no idea what they're like off camera, and it's probably sick and weird. Like Colbert is probably at these cock-sniffing, like, cocaine parties and shit. Like, who knows? Like, it's fucking weird.
And he's got to sign non-disclosure agreements and shit like that.
Yeah.
He's that type of person.
We have a media that's
He's weird.
saying it's a debate whether or not what just happened to Jussie Smollett is a hate crime. It's absurd. This isn't a debate.
I agree.
Well, I mean, what?
Guess what, bitch? Your cunt mouth now got you in trouble.
It isn't a debate. Yeah, it is. It didn't happen. Now, if it had happened, I do agree with her though in the way that, like, yeah, if like two dudes in MAGA hats beat the shit out of a black guy, the gay black guy, and because he was gay and black, that would obviously be a hate crime. Just like when those kids abducted that white kid and tortured him or whatever. Remember, they wouldn't call that a hate crime for a while. It's the same thing.
Not.
That's a hate crime too. Hate crimes are hate crimes. They are. But yeah, so I do.
What about that group of black kids in that alley of Chicago that beat up that Asian kid? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. Yeah. Was that a hate crime?
They kicked him in the face and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And he kept trying to get up, and they were all wearing masks. All the kids were.
No, it's like if people beat the shit out of someone because they're assholes, and then the guy just happens to be a different color or whatever, but it's not a hate crime. It's just a violent attack. You know what I mean? But if you seeked out that person because they were white or black or something, like, then that's a hate crime. It's hard to distinguish sometimes, though, what the fuck, so what crime or not crime. Hey, the bottom line is two guys beat the shit out of somebody, you know, they got to do some time. But the guy's a liar.
Listen to the rest of this cunt's speech, please.
She's got a virtue signal. She has to tell everyone, oh, my God.
Now, with the president and the vice president, Mike Pence, who, like, wishes I couldn't be married. Let's just be clear. The vice president of America wishes I didn't have the love with my wife. He wanted to ban that in Indiana.
Oh, she's a lesbian?
I thought she was, but it's probably from where I've heard this before.
Huh?
She could use some shock therapy.
He believes
to be
in
honest with you.
conversion therapy.
Nah, she's right, though. Mike Pence is a fucking sick shithead.
Yeah, he's a crazy person. But to be true, like I said before, she could use some shock therapy.
Shock her in a fucking. But no, let's but I will make it clear, Mike Pence is, we're making fun of her, but Mike Pence is fucking way worse than her. Her crying like that is like nails on a chalkboard, but Mike Pence is like a fucking evil villain.
He has hurt LGBTQ
wait till you
people
hear
so
this.
badly as the government of Indiana, and I think the thing we need to know, and I hope my show Gaycation did this, in terms of...
She's from your state?
What?
Is she from your state, or she's just saying that because she knows
I
about
thought she was talking, I think she was talking about Pence.
No, she is.
Connecting the dots in terms of what happened the other day to Jussie. I don't know him personally. I sent all of my love.
I send all my love to the liar. Look at Steven looking at her all serious and shit. He's like, oh, this is going to get me great ratings. Stephen Colbert.
Connect the dots.
Colbert, you fuck.
This is what happens. If you are in a position of power and you hate people and you want to cause suffering to them, you go through the trouble. You spend your career trying to cause suffering. What do you think is going to happen? Kids are going to be abused and they're going to kill themselves. And people are going to be beaten on the street.
The silence is creeping me out.
I have traveled the world and I have met the most marginalized people you could meet.
I'm rich.
Lucky to have this time and the privilege to say this.
These people are sick in the head, dude.
This needs to stop.
This is what happens when you're guilty because you have like millions of dollars. So you're like really guilty about like this. They've got this fake stare down that she's doing now. She's looking down like all fake. She's like, this is going to be great. Her publicist or something probably called her after this like, you did such a great job. Oh my God, I'm going to get so many deals from this and everything. And then all she has to do is do a few little charity things for people and whatever. And then she can keep virtue signaling around. Now, hopefully I'm wrong and she really is a good person, but it just seems like there's something creepy going on here. And yeah, Jackie Smollett. So let's go Jussie Smollett, or whatever the hell his name is now. I always fuck his name up. So here's what I think should happen for this, right? The penalty for this. Everybody's wondering what the penalty is for this. Here's the penalty. Here's what the penalty is. Whatever you said happened gets to happen. How about that? Like, so, like two guys now need to are allowed to beat the shit out of him and gay bash him or something. Like
I like it,
right? So like if you're a white guy, if you're a white guy and you lie about something, you're like, oh, you know, these, because white people have been doing it for years. Let me jump on the other side of the spectrum. White people have been doing it for years. Did you get a look? Oh, some black guy did it. You know, some black guy did it. Black guy did it. It's always a black guy, and sometimes it wasn't a black guy, right? So like, so that white person. So if that white person said that a black guy, whatever the hell, stole his stereo.
Stole his hubcaps
and raped his wife in the middle of the night. Oh my God, it was a black guy that did it. It was this guy, but it turns out he lied. It wasn't a black guy, and it actually was a white guy or a Mexican guy. Well, now
Kill a Mockingbird.
Now a black guy gets to rape your wife and be. It gets to really happen.
That'll keep white people from lying.
That'll shut him up. Wasn't that fucking Ron? Wasn't that Ron White?
That'll shut her up.
That'll shut her up. Yeah, fucking Ron White.
For a minute.
For a minute. We pulled out of there at the Hair Care Tire fucking
Hair Care Tire Center.
Yeah, so these guys go to college for cars. Well, apparently he was sick on lug nut day because the left wheel fell off. It fell the fuck off. Dude,
yeah, he goes, OFF fell the fuck off.
Well, I've heard 3 different versions of that, and they're all different.
Yeah.
And either way, it cracks me up, but it's fucking goddamn. I got to go listen to him again. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thank you for listening. This was a portion of the Bailey and Cronin Show right here on Corrupted. Make sure you guys subscribe down below, like, and all that other crap. And also keep watching. We got a bunch more videos we put up. Click on your screen right now to listen to more, or just subscribe and view the pages and check out what we got here. Hopefully we can make you laugh and come up with some good stuff for you guys to listen to right here. Thanks for listening. More to come later, and the full episode of Bailey and Cronin coming as well that has the rest of the 20 minutes that are missing here.